welcome to part 3 of building wind chimes at home with stuff I already have. It's a nice but decidedly cooler day in the Ozarks, but still great to work outside. The sun's coming out as I speak. Let's start cutting some holes and actually hanging a wind chime today and see what it sounds like. Well, here's what I'll be working with today. I have a drill, of course. Now, the next thing we're going to do is drill holes in the 5 pipes. There they are. They've all been sanded and rounded very nicely. Now, the holes are the supports. Now, there's a pre-calculated distance from the top of the pipe here to where you're going to hang the pipe. And if you don't do that right, the sound won't be generated correctly. And there's a trick to drilling holes equally distant on both sides of that pipe that we'll do today. Now, there's the line that I showed in an earlier video that I fear might be a little bit too stiff ultimately for the final project, but it might serve as good line just to suspend the pipes today, just to see what they sound like. Of course, we'll use the rubber mallet to strike them and see what that sound is. I do have a fishing line here. That's what probably would be the best recommended line for this project, but it's only 10 pounds, as you can see. Of course, the restriction of this video challenge, if you will, is not to go out and buy anything, so we'll probably just use the 10-pound for now. That's a little too bit lightweight to support pipes of that size, but we'll see what we can do. And then also we have eyelets. I found only a handful of these in my shop, so I'll have to make up for not having what I need here by using some white hooks. I may have to borrow them from the front porch and take them off where I normally hang my Christmas lights, but that's okay, because again, the challenge is we're not going to go out and buy anything. So let's see how this day unfolds. I think I mentioned earlier, I do not have a drill press. So the challenge here is I want to drill a hole for the support into the tube. And that hole is a certain distance from the edge. And I put some tape on there to mark the position of where I'm going to drill the hole. That's relatively easy. But getting a hole on the exact opposite side is where the challenge is. And I'll show you what the trick is going to be for that. And by the way, that tape is put on there approximately where it goes. And then I'll just put the exact measurement down, which for D5, I have it written down here, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but the distance is 5 5/16. So what I did here is I drilled the first hole, so then again the challenge is get the hole exactly on the opposite side. So what I did is I made a cigar band. I just took really a post-it note, taped it so it's a sleeve. What I'm going to do is mark the position of that hole right there, and then when I take it off, I'll fold it in half, and that'll give me the position on the other side of the band. I'll put it back on, and then that'll give me the exact position for the hole on the opposite side of the tube. So here's what that looks like. There's the original mark. I folded this piece of paper in half, and then I put a mark on this side right here, and then I'll slip it back on, line it up with the first hole, and then mark the position of the second hole on the other side. And there it is. One hole, turn it over, the other hole on the exact opposite side. Now we got to smooth these holes out, so I would just use a bigger drill bit on the outside and just by hand turn that so that gets rid of the burrs on that hole. And then there's also a trick I'll show you in a minute using a coat hanger, a piece of a coat hanger attached to a drill. Alright, so I really just couldn't wait. I haven't really completely deburred the hole or thought about this yet, but I just took this wire because I just wanted to see how it sounds. So here we go. Pretty nice. Okay, here's another trick that you can use to get the burrs out of the inside of that hole. A file would reach in there and that'd be fine, but to really get the detail on the other side of that hole on the inside, just take a piece of coat hanger and bend it, and then just put that in there and then pull out as you are pulling the trigger on the drill, and that will naturally burr out the inside of that hole. Pretty neat trick. Again, I can't claim credit for it. Lee Height had it on his video. Alright, well, just to test them out, I hung them temporarily on a ladder, and there's all 5 of the pentatonic scale. I will rigorously put these up to a audio meter and see what tone is actually being produced, probably in part 4. But let's just go ahead and hit them. I just can't wait. So here we started, if you'll recall, with D5, and then this is E5, and then this is G5. A little bit better on that one. Then A, and then this is C6. Not quite getting a good sound out of that one there. There we go. Obviously they're wandering around quite a bit. So yeah, they're all basically designed. Now the next step is to go and cut out templates and hang these in the proper fashion. Oh, they finally hit each other. There they go. Kind of give you an idea what they might sound like here in the future. Well, that's it for part 3. I think I'll release these every Friday if you're looking for a schedule. So next time what we'll do is actually hang these chimes from a real support, what they'll actually look like, and also design the other components as well. I've got templates that I can use to cut that out of wood. It should be pretty straightforward. I'm looking forward to it. See you next week.